Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and patients of all kind. And welcome to another episode of Dr. Doujinshi's Hentai Reviews. And as you can see in the title, it is episode 3 of Isekai Harem Monagatari. You're probably wondering, why are you doing a single episode for every single one of them? Well, mostly because this is filler as fuck, just like this episode. So, before we get into the video, you don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. It's cool if you do. If you don't, that's also cool. Well, have a nice day, and make sure nobody ruins it. Now, on to the filler. Let's get through it. This will be a shorter video. This is going to be me bullshitting you and saying, oh, this is a short video, and then lengthening it out to the same amount of time that all the other videos are. Legitimately, this is the third episode in a 4-episode series, and I can't in good conscience tell you that it's the best one. Now, as we can see, our boy Isekai Harem Monagatari, episode 3, it is made by the same people, Majin Petit, whose quality has started to deteriorate the longer their series go on, with 12 categories total, averaging at about 16 minutes and 23 seconds long. The notable tags of which are orgy, harem, plot, and fantasy. Fantasy, typical step that you'd expect for something along these lines. Of which case, the opening scene of it does what the last one did, and immediately starts out with a scene. Starting at 5 seconds in, going into 1 minute and 10 seconds, and then almost having a fake out of sorts to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Where there's interesting angles I've actually noticed, and it's strange almost. The camera work got better and the way they can shoot certain shots, but the animation itself didn't. Also, the landlady is involved in this one, and I gotta say, the landlady is a little bit hotter than most of the characters that are in this. Now, they all decide to head out to go find the royal family that they would be talking to, to, quote, slay the demon lord, after being juiced up, so to say, by the main character. On their way, they have somebody who can also bring them along the way, somebody who would take care of the main character, and that is a cat girl. Because, of course, cat girls have to be involved. The cat girl maid, who is also I think I'm using the term right, tsundere? Tsunderes are like the emotionless version. Tsundere is the person who shows off the fact that they hate you even though they like you. Yandere is the crazy bitch who likes you. And tsundere is no emotion but likes you. She shows off that she is along with them, and they get stopped in the road by some hellhounds and promptly destroy them. As they set up camp for the next night, leading into scene 2 at around 7 minutes-ish, give or take 3 seconds, leading in to 11 minutes and 40 seconds, having a stop-off, and then going again until 14 minutes and 50 seconds in. And overall, that's almost 8 minutes total of scene. That's a little impressive. The cat girl is excluded from the entire beginning of the scene, but hears everything that's happening and kind of gets off on that. If you catch my drift. There were some pretty bad animation moments. Like, just overall, if you're watching it, you would notice it, and then you would keep going to kind of build up your own resolve on it. Trust me. We'll get through this together. There are better series out there, and I plan to get to them. Like I said, filler for filler's sake. They successfully add the cat girl to it. She might have been a fox girl or a wolf girl. Ears, tail, make your own assessment. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. And that's it. That is it. Oh my god, they're so, god damn. Alright, I guess we're gonna get into the final tally scores. I said it was gonna be a short video, but damn, this seems too short. The animation, overall, it's a pretty big of a step down from its predecessors. It's slightly less than serviceable given on the fact that they rely on certain things. Speeding up camera movements, at one point, the girl finishes, and the way that it's presented is almost like they took a GIF, or a GIF, whatever the fuck, of a actual spraying hose and put it down there for her. And it looks really it's off-centered too. Like the nozzle of it isn't even connected to where it should be. And it's a little off-putting to just look at. Overall, the animation goes down to a 4 out of 10. This is less than passable. I gotta say, this is not the best one, by a long shot. Characters, same as they've always been, even though they do add in, well, add is a strong word for the landlady that's in it, but her inclusion is well warranted, and I am happy that she is there. There, and the new cat girl, wolf girl, let's just say beast girl, is now in there, and props, I like her more than I like all the other characters. That's a solid 7 out of 10 for the design alone and the aspect of how they're used. Now, what you're all really here for, plot. Numerous, but also refreshing in the way that they're used. It's kind of like relying on something that they know is going to work, while also giving you a lot of it, given the fact that I said there are 2 scenes in this. One of them lasts for 3.5 minutes, the other one lasts for almost 8 minutes. That's 11 minutes-ish total of the 16-minute runtime. The last 2 minutes, there's about 2 minutes total of actual plot. The rest of it is straight up scenes. Overall, the plot is 7 out of 10. Honestly, still pretty decent. The animation is the only part that I would say overall sucks. Now, my overall score for it, the final resolution for the 3rd episode of this 4-episode series, it's decent, but it's definitely filler. This could have been cut out and nobody would have noticed. All you would have to do is introduce the Beast Girl. The rest would have followed suit. You would not, this is totally unnecessary. Decent, but definitely filler. Overall, 6 out of 10, and not the best. Now, before I get going, I would like to say a special thank you to every one of you who has subscribed and watched these videos. I am happy that you're here, and I cannot for the life of me say how grateful I am. Have a nice day, and every single one of you is amazing. Now, my closing remarks: wash your hands, because shit's dirty, and it's a good idea to wash it anyway. Hey. And don't be a dick. There's already too many of them in the world. Have a nice day. I've been the Doctor. Peace.